Hey, my water signs, I am back. If you are of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, this is your full moon in Cancer reading. All right, everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Let's get right into your full moon reading. So as usual, just like with the other moon phase readings, I have pre-shuffled and pre-drawn cards. I have pre-drawn cards from the astrological deck because we are going to be coming up on Friday. We will be dealing with 3 astrological energies, one of which is Cancer, because it will be that full moon phase will be in the sign of Cancer, and it's about immerse. So we're going to tap in and see what area that you will be immersed in, or what it will call for you to perhaps to focus on. When you immerse into something, it's something that you are focused on. So we're going to kind of see and chime in what exactly that will mean for you guys. And then moving over, we're going to see how the 4th house, which rules Cancer rules the 4th house, and it's about the home. And this kind of matches right in with the overall theme for Cancer, because Cancer, they're all about home. They're about nurturing, and it's about just feeling very peaceful when it comes to the home life, right? So we're going to see what card came out for you there, and then we will round out with the planet Moon, because the planet Moon rules Cancer, and it's about perception. And so we're going to see exactly what area you guys will need to perceive things. You know, what will it call for you to have perception in, okay? So the first card that came out that falls under the Cancer energy, we have here the 6 of Cups. What a good way to start off your reading with a Cups energy, because this is about you guys. The Cups represents the water signs. So the 6 of Cups, generally, it means looking back to the past. It could mean different things. But being that it is under immerse, to me, intuitively, I feel that some of you guys will ultimately need to immerse yourself with things that will be meaningful for you, but not to find yourself too stuck in something, because the 6 of Cups is also an energy that could be stuck always in the past. So maybe during this time, come the end of the week, when this full moon comes into play, that some of you might be feeling stuck in the past about something. And so you want to know that in doing that, when we find ourselves too stuck into the past, it can be good because it could be happy, beautiful memories, but sometimes it could be memories that could be sort of on the negative side, if you know what I mean. So there you would have to discern, use your discernment to see how much time are you reflecting on things from the past. Is it going to hold you back from forging ahead under this new year of 2023? If it's going to be an energy that you find yourself dwelling on too much and too long, it might be something that you would need to pay attention to and redirect yourself. Okay, so this is what I feel the 6 of Cups will mean for you in terms of immerse. Okay, and so we're going to shift down. So to clarify that energy of the 6 of Cups, we have here the 7 of Pentacles. So the 7 of Pentacles, for some of you, because this could be for some of you, just know again, I always like to say that this reading is still a general. So although this is for the water signs, it may resonate with some of you, it may not resonate. Okay, so just take the parts that will fit in and resonate with you, and then just leave the rest for your fellow viewers. So we have the 7 of Pentacles. So for some of you, this could simply just mean being immersed too much in your work. Maybe for you workaholics, maybe some of you are workaholics, and sometimes being immersed in that area of your life sometimes can bring an imbalance, because if that is the area that most of you are immersed in, maybe that means that you are not maybe spending quality time with your family. For those of you that probably live with other people, have other members in your environment. Now, if you are single, then it might not resonate with you, or it may mean something for you, but then at the same time, it doesn't mean that they have to live under the same roof. Maybe this calls for a time for you guys to kind of pull back a little bit and maybe go visit a family member. You know, say, when's the last time I visited mom? When's the last time I spent time with my sister or my brother? You know, so it could be for that for some of you. But basically, to me, it just calls for you guys to be able to balance the things that you find yourself too immersed in during this time. Okay, so I feel anyway, as I pulled out your cards, that the overall theme for you guys under this full moon will be about balance, equilibrium. And a lot of times we have different areas of our life that one may be neglected, or we may find that we are too much focused on one thing that we neglect other areas, right? So I feel like I said for some of you that this Pentacles, because Pentacles is about work. It's about things that you're working on. Now, is anything wrong with that? By no means. But if you find yourself a little bit too much into it, it might, like I said, kind of leave other things to the wayside, and that might not be really where you want to go. So try to find a balance between your work life and your home life when it comes to spending time with those around you. Okay? So now we're going to shift over to the next card. I need to wet my throat. All right. So now as we move over to the next astrological energy of the fourth house, it's about the home life. So speaking about home life, the card that came out when I asked, well, how will the energy of the home life affect the water signs? What would the vibe be like? How would the energy flow? And the card that came out, guys, was the Fool. This is a very good energy because the Fool energy is about freeness. It's about peace. It's a free spirit kind of energy, right? It's basically going with the flow and ebb of your environment, which means your home, right? So I feel that come by the end of the week, once we get into this stronger energy, or when it actually starts, it will begin to affect your home life in a very positive manner. So again, it's about peace. So if you are home, if you're going to be spending time, because actually it will be going right into the weekend, so maybe that would be a good time to spend with your family and to just absorb the energy and the love and the nurturing of enjoying your family at this time. And so that is how the spirit of the Fool looks to me, and the energy that I'm seeing with you guys is that you guys are going to be really laid back, or it's calling for you guys to just let things go, as I just mentioned about maybe work, maybe just as you are, maybe take a time off, you know, take some time if need be. Maybe it's time for you to take a vacation day, you know, to just stay home and relax, to spend time with your kids or to spend time with your mate, however this means for you. But the energy of the Fool is something that is very free. It's open, and it's ready to just kind of, like I said, go with the flow of things, okay? So to clarify that energy, we have here the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, again, the page usually is someone that is younger. Even though it's showing a masculine energy here, again, we know that in tarot there is no specific gender, but it's just the energy that we are drawing upon. This is like a very vibrant energy, the Page of Pentacles. But again, it points us back to that area of money, because Pentacles is about finance, it's about money. So again, it's almost like it's drawing attention that you guys may need to really just try to work on finding balance as to knowing the things that you are focusing more on and the things that you're focusing less on. What are you more immersed in than the things that maybe you need to be immersed in, if that makes sense, okay? So again, the Page of Pentacles is an energy that calls for you to have more play. You know what they say, that saying goes, all work but no play. So I think that that is the message for some of you. For some of you, you might already have this area, you know, down pat, where you know how to balance certain things, and you're not much of a workaholic, and you like to be able to take that time back to focus on home life. And so for those of you that do that, very good. But then this could be a side message for some of you that might have to know how to bring some sort of equilibrium into the area of your life where work is concerned. Okay, now as we shift over to the last astrological energy, that being the moon, it's about perception. And so when asked what area again that the water signs would need to be perceptive as, what does it really calls for? And again, we got what popped up again in this reading is the Page of Pentacles. Remember, we just left the Page of Pentacles with the fourth house energy to clarify the Fool. And I always say that whenever we get a second energy that come out again, that means that the message there is very important, but it shows some type of the message shows impact, that it needs to be something that needs to be reinforced. Okay, so again, I'm led to feel that some of you might need to know how to perceive what it is that you are being taken up, what is taking up your time. Now, before we clarify that, let's go into the book right quick and understand how the perception of the moon energy plays into the Page of Pentacles message energy. Okay, so the overall message is, it speaks about when you think about the moon, right? It motivates you, or it asks what motivates you, how you experience and express your feelings, and how you nurture and need nurturing. It says, in your astrological chart, the moon isn't important as the sun, even though it's much smaller. But basically, it's the perspective of the sun and the moon, our symbols of consciousness and unconsciousness. First perceive what unspoken emotional inner calling and patterns drive you. Look to your own moon sign. When you cooperate with your moon's emotional motivation, you will find it easier to walk in harmony with your path. Now, earlier I mentioned about, when speaking about the Fool energy, I mentioned about going with the flow of things, right? And so what will be the outcome if you guys take all of this into consideration at the time of this full moon and moving ahead? It says, you are one with the ebb and the flow. Watch what sign the moon occupies each day. Let the moon teach you about its phases. Align yourself with those tides and make your life easier. So the message basically is, again, when you go with the natural flow and ebb of things, and not being so stuck on things that maybe you have been insecure about, right? Because again, when we think about Cancer, the animal that represents Cancer is the crab. And what do we know about the crab? They are hard on the outside, but inside they are squishy and soft, right? So how does the energy of the Two of Pentacles and your overall energy place into the message of perception? Is that, again, you have to be able to perceive the things that you will allow yourself to feel, if that makes sense, right? So your perception is for you and you alone, right? You have to perceive the conscious and the subconscious, which means you have to find a balance in whatever and however you feel, okay? Now, this could also mean love, and why I say that is because to clarify the Page of Pentacles, we have the Two of Cups. This is your energy coming up again. Now, speaking of which, when speaking about the crab and how it's hard on the outside, when it comes to love, guys, and again, this is going to be for some of you, when it comes to love, you have to gradually find a way to come out of your shell to be able to embrace love. For some of you, maybe you guys, maybe last year you had a hard time in that area, and maybe, you know, you have closed yourself up to open up again to someone. But with the Two of Cups here, the Two of Cups is an energy of not only partnership, but it's an energy of being able to trust love again. If this is something that you are going, dealing with, being able to connect, to vibe, and to be able to trust that you deserve love as anyone else. And I feel that if you open up your heart and allow yourself to know that when you perceive how you feel ultimately and how your heart feel, you know what they say, well, it's like my heart feels one thing and my head feels another, but going to your innermost emotions, being able to tap in and really ask yourself, can I do this? What is it that I really want? If your heart wants to be in love, to love someone, then go with the flow of that feeling. Do not keep yourself stuck on the past. So for some of you, this could be, like I said, a past relationship that maybe is no longer there. Maybe you guys have broken up with somebody, and so you're being stuck on the outcome of that relationship. And when you do that, as I mentioned earlier, when you do that, you allow yourself to block any other potential opportunities that you might have. And when it comes to love, you might be doing that. So always know that in whatever area of your life there is, always allow things to flow naturally. Go with the natural currents. Go with the element that you rule, water. When you think about water, it has a natural flow to it, right? It has waves, it has tides, but it flows, right? So you need to as well tune into your overall element and go with the flow and ebb when it comes to your life and what it is that you want and how you perceive, okay? So guys, this is what I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed it. If it resonated, you know what to do. First and foremost, send some electricity to that thumbs button to give me a like. All right, so go ahead and do that as well. Subscribe if you have not subscribed to this channel, and share with your friends and families so they can get on board to these kind of readings to see how the moon phase can affect them as well. Until the next one, guys, I'm wishing you a wonderful evening. Peace, love, and light. Namaste. Bye.